Live on the Fuse UK. It's the one and only, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour. He is your friend. He is my friend, but he's not the friend behind the person standing behind you. Luke Hughes.
Yes, people, what's happening? Nice one for coming back to the Fuse UK. Had a bit of technical difficulties there. It was playing through Instagram and StreamYard at the same time. But I hope everybody's had a Merry Christmas. I hope you've all had a blessed time with your families and that. Just want to say before we get this started as well, that this podcast is proudly sponsored by RSD Transportation and Recoveries and Noir Boxing. And also want to say a big thank you to them for supporting. We've got Ross from In the Red Corner podcast joining us as well. What's happening, my brother?
Yes, my man. How are you doing?
I'm all good, mate. How's yourself?
I'm good, thanks. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, same to you, mate. Same to you. Did you have a good one, like, bro?
I did, pal. I did. Nice, relaxed one. This Instagram thing's like replaying, like on delay in my ears.
Yeah, it's because I think you need to turn the volume off on it. I've just closed it, mate. I don't know if I've still gone live on Instagram or what, but
I've turned it off. It doesn't matter, does it? But good to see you. I mean, obviously we've been speaking. Happy birthday as well for yesterday.
Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. How old do you reckon?
I don't know. Anywhere between, you could be 19, you could be 42.
Yeah, it's one of them. And who said that before? Was it David Round?
David Round sent us a message a while back saying, how old is Lou? Is he 19 or 42?
He's a cunt, isn't he? But it's been like sort of nice in a way to have a little break off the phones and spend a bit of time with family and that, but I'm raring to get back into it now, like.
Me too. Back to the podcast. That's where we put that little picture together, didn't we?
Yeah, class, mate. Absolutely class. But before we get started, should we have a little look through, little talk about the knockouts of the year?
Yeah, mate, definitely. Let's do that.
I've got a little video here that I put out. I'll play it now. Rick Doherty, you're not getting an answer yet, mate. 2 minutes, brother. He's like, go on then, I'm old. 19 or 42. 34, mate.
Big up, right. Rick.
There it is. Big up, Rick Doherty.
So, from Ortis Radork, who's in big trouble as the Romanian goes down, and now it's 10-8. 2-2 in rounds makes it 38-36. And there is not
trying to explode in, puts all his weight forward, coming hit his opponent. The problem is sometimes he's out of control and he's landing.
Knockdown number 2.
Losing
pressure again from David.
He'll
trying to fire back, takes that right hand, knockdown number 4. Left hand from Harris,
Rico Franco, West Colorado.
Knockdown number 9, game set. Left hand,
And he puts to there, Samson Holmes, when he won the belt.
On the entry, on the
Matthew Hudson, that's Nathan Clark. I showed he gets 255.
I'm not sure where to go. Ready for that?
David Round bears Tim Grater, 237, I think it was. Crystal Palace. Conor Cook versus Nathan Owens, big cat 255.
Knockdown number 2. Chris Baxeldor taking a really close
And Conor versus Jamie Oldfield.
knockdown
Big
number
cat
5.
237, I think it was. Crystal Palace.
And the referee, I think.
And right in the uppercut.
Adam Blade with Matt Higson.
Big body shots.
Big cat 237, I think that was as well. Robbie Brown, Ben Axel.
3 knockdowns here in round number 1. 2 off the rear right uppercut. Off the left uppercut. Knockdown number 4. Brown talking the hatchet in his toughness. And he is really taking big shots. Here's left hand, right hand. We might be done, and we are. Game, set, match. 5 remaining rounds.
Kyle Thompson versus Dustin Rabiga.
There goes Dustin Rabiga. Here comes the count from referee Allen. Big shots now to the head.
Robbie Kennedy versus Jack Draper. That was a beauty, that one,
Wasn't it?
Let's only pause that. Like, it doesn't look that much of a shot on there, but fuck, that was some shot, that one. It was, let me see, rewind it a bit here.
mate, just that whole fight. I mean, Jack had an opponent change after opponent change, and Robbie took this fight on short notice. You know, the size difference. I mean, Robbie's a big, tall fella. You know, Robbie took this fight at heavyweight as well, but there was a bit of a difference in weight in that, and that uppercut came from nowhere, didn't it? He just sent that.
Yeah,
perfect. You know, it almost lifted Jack off his feet.
Yeah, it was a mad one. Like that.
Draper wants to be all day. Oh, wow! Right-handed down goes
Jack. He jumps on the ropes, back through and the connection of his arm.
That was a full body weight right there. Sheriff. Hands high inside. The left hook and down goes Hayden Sheriff.
I'm not sure if that was a body. Pernice doing a great job keeping those hands up.
Body shot down goes it. Danny Pernice on the left to the body.
Just right.
Cunningham. Both heavyweights throwing big early stages of this fight, and down goes Rob Cunningham with the 2 right hands. In this fight, working off the double jab, exploding to the inside, then back out, explode to the inside, and that is knockdown number 2.
But yes, that's the knockouts that we had there. We've got Robert Barry versus Ben Bonner, currently in the lead against David Round versus Terry Brazier. Them two are neck and neck in the votes. Do you know what? Oh no, it won't come up anyway because I've got the screen on. I was going to show you the medal, but we've got a little medal with them, and yeah, so it's out with them two. I think they're winning by quite a bit, aren't they, Ross?
Yeah, they are. They're out in front. Like you say, it's very close between Rob Barry and David Round for the win. People can find that on your Facebook, can't they? The Fuse UK Facebook, and that's where you can cast your vote.
Yep, the vote's up tomorrow, I think, about 6 p.m. That video that I've just showed you there is on my Facebook, Lou Fuse. And obviously the people that were commenting on the video, that's classed as the votes. So, yeah, it'd be good. But, mate, what a fucking year for the UK, man. Especially ending it with Big Mick winning the fucking heavyweight world title, mate.
I know. And next year's just going to be even bigger and better, isn't it? There's a lot going on. There's a lot to look forward to. But this year, you know, that last card, BKFC 55 Leeds, probably it was right up there with one of the best cards. And then the Leeds show before that, the Danny and Holmesy fight, that was just unreal, wasn't it? We were bouncing about for that one, weren't we?
I've got a question for you, Ross. Yeah. Well, I've got a couple of questions for you.
Go on.
What was your BKFC UK highlight of the year, like fight-wise?
Fight-wise?
Yeah.
You know, I've got to say one of them. There's so many. I've got loads, but Mel Shah going over to America and fighting for the belt, that's I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, for what she's done this year, fair play to her. Holmesy versus Christie, that was an unbelievable fight, you know. It was set up, you know, and the music went off, didn't it? There was no walkout music for them. You know, that Planet Ice is a cold place in Leeds. And the walk down the aisle to no music, it was cold, like it was, you know, it sent shivers down your spine, didn't it?
Yeah, it was fucking eerie, as me. I think that made it 10 times better. It just
intensified it all. It just, you know, it made it so like, you know, there's no music to distract you. You're just looking right. Say again.
You could have cut the tension in the room with a knife, couldn't you?
Oh, unbelievable. What else was there? Like I say, there's so many. Big Mick winning it. I mean, you mentioned it before yourself. You know, the first UK world champion.
Yeah.
You know, written in the history books, and you know that can't be taken away. And you know, big things going to be planned for him, I'm sure.
100%, mate. Obviously, we had the Prospect series get released up and debut in the UK. That was a good thing for the UK because. Tell you what, mate, some of these kids that I've heard talking to like behind the scenes, there's been some good talent, mate. Coming through, do you know what I mean? Getting in touch, wanting to come through the prospect side of things, like top amateur boxers. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I think every fight pretty much now is a fight where you looked at some fights before as it was growing, and you'd be like, he's gonna spark him in the first round, you know what I mean? But now you're looking at fights and you're like, oh, Like these are all fucking juicy, tasty 50-50 fights. These.
Yeah, the prospects, like you say. I mean, John O'Chip Chase, Razor Ray Puttrell,
Yeah.
Thorny, Andy Thornton as well. I mean, they won the contracts there, didn't they? But I mean, there was Marcus Pond, who had an unbelievable knockout, probably one of the best knockouts of the year on that. And that's what these prospect shows are going to bring, isn't it? You know, they're wanting that contract. It gives it a little bit more of an extra edge. And these shows are going to rival the main cards as well, I reckon.
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%. Like I've seen as well in America, they've released some of the prospect cards that they're doing over there. And they're having like names off the main cards on the prospect cards. So I think they're going to have like, I can't remember who it was now who's fighting, but he's had a few fights on the main cards for BKFC and he's like sort of come in on the prospect show. What do you think is a good idea?
Is it not the Cut Man?
No. Oh, is he fighting on the prospect show as well?
I might be wrong, but I thought maybe, possibly.
But it's good when they're putting these names off the main cards on the prospect show as well, because it's sort of getting the prospect fighters on the main card, like on a card with the main fighters. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's everyone in the comments as well? What's been their highlight of the year? Let us know.
Pick up Rick Doughty, man. Number one in the Rick Doughty. He loves it. He loves it.
Top fella. How old then, Lou? Go on, give it away.
34, mate.
34, eh?
34, mate. Still a little spring chicken, me. Like I need warming up in the microwave for 30.
Yeah, David Brown, Terry Brazier, it was a hell of a fight. And just how David holds himself in the ring, you know what I mean? Pointing at him, going like that. But take nothing away from Terry Brazier because he's an absolute warrior.
Yeah, Terry Brazier is a fucking well-established fighter, mate. And just want to say as well, I've been talking to David Brown the last few days. Like I talked to him quite a bit on WhatsApp and that here and there. But I tell you what, mate, he is one funny fucking guy, mate. I swear to God, he is his fucking quality, his character, everything about him, mate. I think he's class. What is it he said to me? Fucking
I wished him Merry Christmas. I sent him a message saying, Merry Christmas, hope you and your family have a nice time. And he just wrote back, let's see, prove a Merry Christmas to me and cast your vote. I was like, just sit back, hope you burn your turkey.
Let me see what he said to me the other day. Tell you what, mate, he's fucking funny.
Get them messages off him all the time, that make the sex noises.
You know why I ain't got hair on my balls?
Yeah.
Because hair doesn't grow on steel. And he just sends me random videos eating pot noodles and beans out at 10, 4 o'clock in the morning at work. But yeah,
he was the last podcast I done, the start of December.
Oh, did you do a good podcast with him? Yeah.
Yeah, I. And,
podcast.
Podcast. Is that what I said? He was saying that he doesn't train. He only trains when he's got a fight.
Do they have a date and a venue, lads, for next event? It's not announced yet. It's I'm guessing it's going to be around March time. But nothing's been released yet. But you know, as soon as it's out there, I'll be letting you know. So
I think all we can say is it's down south, isn't it?
It's what, bro?
It's down south, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be down south. And from what I'm hearing, the card's going to be fucking unreal as well.
Yeah.
But there's just there's no date released yet. But keep your eyes peeled, Sharon. We'll get it out there for you.
Lou will release it, and I'll release it 2 seconds later after I've seen it on his Instagram.
You know, mate. You know the drill. But another thing, other than the fighting, what was your highlight of the year? Like on the outside of the shows, like in the hotel, they have to be, you know, because people just see the fight, but it's a whole weekend in it. With all the lads, all the fighters, the lads and lasses, mate. It's fucking amazing cracking it, Ross.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. It's like a little family there. Big Mick coming over after Rob Barry's fight and going, here, have you seen this? Like pulled out the bottle with the rubber dick on the end. Like, trying to shove in Rob Barry's mouth at the end of his fight. Brilliant. You know, just been around the hotel, like you say, and talking to the fighters, you know, watching what they're doing and, you know, them getting into their state of mind to go and have an absolute war. You know, it's brilliant. I just love being around it all. Love being around the people, the everyone that works for the BKFC. Me and you just have a laugh non-stop, don't we, pretty much?
Oh, mate, it's class. The banter's unreal, innit? Like, even the lads, like, it's mad, mate, because you don't stay in your room, do you?
No.
The rooms are beautiful. You're always downstairs talking to people, having a bit of scran, maybe getting a coffee, having a smoke, just talking to the lads. And like, I'll be sat there eating, I'll be talking to one lad here and one lad this side of the table. And in 3 hours' time, these two are going to be ripping each other's fucking faces off.
Yeah.
We're just talking there like three mates, do you know what I mean? Yeah, somewhere. So, is any good, that sausage? Like, you're going to kill each other in like 3 hours' time.
Yeah,
it's amazing the respect they've all got for each other. It's unreal, isn't it, mate? Because it's a bit frowned upon. It's getting there now where it's getting normalised, but it's a bit frowned upon bare knuckle. You think it's all rough fucking lads and like but no, man, it's proper gentleman sport, innit? Like, look, prime example, mate, David Oscar.
Yeah.
David Oscar, mate, I would put David Oscar against any man. Do you know what I mean? He is. You'd put him against anyone, mate, and like the way he fights, you just think he's like such an aggressive person. But when you talk to him, he's one of the most loveliest men you'll ever meet in your life, isn't he?
He is. A hell of a story behind him and that as well. But like, your missus done his hair braids and that when he was up in the northeast, didn't he, for his fight? And
yeah, hopefully she can do him. Hopefully she can keep doing him for him because he struggles to get it done. And my missus, the bee's knees, are doing all that hair braiding and that. So
yeah,
he asked me last show, but it was like 2.5 hour drive. So when it's Newcastle, it's no bother. I can just me and him and just fly up here again and get it done.
I think Alice done it for him last time. Danny's missus, didn't she?
Oh shit, yeah, Alice done it at the last show, didn't she?
Yeah, but he's got a head like concrete, hasn't he? He's all the fighters that have fought.
Florian de la Motte, mate, another great bloke. He fought David Oscar on the Prospect show. Obviously, I think Florian de la Motte, he was meant to be fighting Lewis Francis, wasn't he? And,
yes.
Lewis Francis got a bit ill, I think. He was poorly. Something happened, I remember, and he couldn't fight.
Yeah, he got an injury, I think, didn't he? But hopefully he's all right now. Yeah,
and David Oscar's stepped in, but I think David Oscar was just over 17 stone. That Florian de la Motte, mate, was 21 stone, mate. And you see, Florian de la Motte fucking catches him, mate, flush on the jaw. And he just mate, he's like Carl Thompson. See how many shots Carl Thompson hit him with?
I know. He's struggled to put him away, like, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And Carl Thompson obviously won the fight. It was an amazing fight. Carl Thompson's a hell of a fighter, mate.
Lee Brown fought Oscar as well.
Yeah, Lee Brown. He went all the way with Oscar, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a weird one with Lee Brown because I think it's down to his training. I genuinely do things on some of the fights where I've like been ringside watching when he's pulled his shoulder out and things like that. You can tell he's injured because he just doesn't move certain parts of his body after it. You know what I mean? He just doesn't look the same. Just looks like he doesn't want to be in there.
You know what? I love Lee, but he's been so active as well this year, hasn't he? He's done boxes, he's done glove fights and things as well. And
I want to see him stay at it, mate. I want to see him stay at it.
I want to see him stay at it as well, 100%. But speaking to Lee.
And he hasn't had easy fights, has he? He hasn't had easy fucking. Even his first fight, Billy Hawthorne, mate, I think he fought. Billy Hawthorne's no joke, mate. He's putting people left, right, and the unlicensed.
Lee was unreal against Billy Hawthorne.
Yeah, where was that at? Newcastle, wasn't it?
Newcastle.
I didn't really know Lee then, and I thought, fucking hell, he's going to be serious, this kid. Like, just the way he moved, his distance and everything, man. Yeah.
Speaking to Lee behind the scenes, like as I was going to say, I think he's going to plan on moving around to different gyms and things like that, and maybe sparring with different people and things. So hopefully that works out for him.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
What's been your highlight of the year then? In the ring, the first one. What was the first question that you asked me? First in the ring.
Well, like the biggest buzz of a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's got to be fucking Danny Christie, mate, winning the belt hands down.
Yeah. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
That that fucking was unbelievable, mate. Like, I couldn't even get the words out, speechless there.
Yeah.
But, mate, fucking buzz, mate. That buzz on that night, mate, because the way the fight went, where it was like Holmesy was winning, like it just sort of like war him type of, mate. It was fucking unbelievable. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it now. I was so fucking happy for him, mate.
It was Rocky-esque, wasn't it? It was just, you know,
mate, it was fucking
like
unbelievable. Everything about it, like, just everything about it, mate. Waking up the next morning and fucking, because I remember fucking BKFC 37 at Crystal Palace, yeah. And when fucking Conor got that shit decision, because it was fucking shit, mate. It was,
against Jake Lindsay.
Yeah, mate, that was fucking brutal, that, mate. Like, it was a fucking mint show and that. And, like, that's not just a fucking someone spitting the dummy out there as well, mate. You know, it's not just like, oh, this happened, excuses and that. Like, fucking go and look yourself at the fight.
Me and Connor counted how long Jake Lindsay was down. He was down for about 14 or 15 seconds. Officials
have said it. Like, he got a fucking bad shot at that, man. I remember going back to the fucking the Airbnb apartment thing I booked in London. I was just sat there, mate, on the bed, yeah. After the show, fucking went straight back, man. I was absolutely gutted, man. I was fucking gutted because, like, fucking, it was like the Danny, like when Danny won feeling when he dropped Jake and he was down all the time. It was like that feeling, like fucking, you know, when you're buzzed, you're just so fucking happy for him, man. Because it's fucking mad, but Conor will be back, mate.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to go on with this 165. You know, because they're on about doing a 4-man tournament, and the David Feldman said they're going to do a 4-man tournament.
It's out the window, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, that's out the window, that, mate. Lewis Palomino and Austin Trout are fighting for the interim 165 title.
I heard that about 3 weeks ago. I know Palomino had been asking for it. I'm disappointed in that then. Because to me, how Rico Franco's performed this year, you know, no disrespect to Caleb Harris, the beat down that he put on Caleb Harris, you know, fella came over from the States, a man that's been around the sport since, you know, early single figures BKFC, wasn't he? BKFC 5 or something, I think.
Yeah.
Rico's been active this year. And
what was that?
What was what?
Who did you say? Oh, you're Caleb Harris you're on about, aren't you?
Caleb Harris, yeah. The beatdown that Rico put on him, I think he truly deserves the shot at the belt. So unless it's going to be Palomino versus Rico for the full belt, then that'd make us happy.
Yeah, that's what I mean, mate. Like, this is what happens. Like, obviously, I get it. BKFC is still building, and Austin Trout's a former world champion in boxing. Louis Palomino, pound for pound, they're making big fights. Do you know what I mean? But the fact of, like, when you, for example, you've got Louis Palomino holding the 155-pound division title, Louis Palomino holding the 165-pound title. Did he go? You can't have him. He can't. Yeah, but he must have vacated it because Gogo won it, didn't he?
Yeah, but Gogo's gone. He's got a karate combat. So why are they fighting for an interim belt then?
Because Palomino's obviously vacated it. He must have vacated it, unless I can't even remember if Gogo won the actual title or if it was an interim. Yeah,
Gogo was world champion, wasn't he?
The fought for an interim, obviously, because Jake Lindsay and it was just the interim. Yeah, I don't get that then. That's weird, because he was the 165-pound title holder. But what I was saying, for a period of time, Palomino held the 155 and the 165 title. And, like, even just talking about the top 5, you've got 10 fighters there. Do you know what I mean? And when you're making the fights with the people who aren't in that top 5, like the big names, it's leaving them 10 fighters a bit static in it, and basically not feeling like they've got anything to fight towards. Like I said, if Austin Trout wins this title off Louis Palomino, he's not going to want to fight somebody who's in the top 5 rankings. He's going to want another big name, a UFC star to fight the belt. Do you get what I mean, mate?
Yeah, absolutely.
But obviously, it's just the way it goes, isn't it, mate? It's the way they fucking do shit these days.
Yeah, I just think it makes it hard for a UK guy to kind of get over to America and fight for a belt. I know Mick Terrell's done it and Mel's done it and things, but there's no real road to getting to America to fight for the World Championship, is there?
Yeah, but you got to think, mate. Obviously, there's the UK side of things, but there's also the America's stacked division, Thailand's, Bulgaria's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You got to think of all these other people coming into the mix. But yeah, mate.
What about outside of the ring then? What's been your highlight outside of the ring?
Outside of the ring, it's been loads, mate.
It's too many to mention, isn't there?
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing the documentary with Robbie, mate.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. You sent us a clip of it a while back, and it looks class. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, and like obviously doing the bits with Foxy and that. Obviously, I got a bit close to Robbie and Foxy because we only live around the corner. And obviously, I was going up there every other day doing bits of filming with him. And the two very good lads, and fucking I see them as friends for life now, mate.
100%.
It's just it's mint, mate. Doing all this filming and meeting all these different people, and I've been doing it like a year and a half now, so like, do you know what I mean? Like yesterday, for example, like for my birthday, like fucking loads of people were like fucking messaging me, and 80% of that, mate, was all the bare knuckle community. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, bro? Like, it's fucking mad. Like, everyone who sort of supports me.
Oh, they should as well. You know, you're well ingrained in the community, and you do lots for it, so it's well deserved, pal. And you're a nice fella as well. Can understand why you got so many birthday messages.
Oh, jeez, mate. Look at me cry. But yeah, mate, that was probably it. It was the full year has been mint, mate. It's been fucking unbelievable. Obviously, really appreciate fucking everything that the BKFC have done for us.
Yeah, and, massively.
Obviously, the fighters and all that for fucking giving me the time and stuff like that. It's just mint, mate. And 2024 is going to go off. OFF.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading a question there.
Yeah, I thought you were doing something.
Yeah. I've got a serious question. With the bare knuckle boxing being on the rise, but still frowned upon publicly, how do we as members of that community change the perception?
What of the public?
Of the public? I think just how, I mean, I don't think anyone needs to change, because it's the respect levels between it. Like you were saying, you could be sat between two lads that are going to tear their heads off each other in 3 hours' time, and after it, they'll be in the bar having a pint or a lemonade or a coffee or anything like that.
What did the question actually say there? How can we change the public's mind on how people look?
Yeah, how do we change the public's perception?
Well, I've got some.
That was from Brimorrow, 1993 on Instagram.
Brimorrow.
Brimorrow. Brimorrow, yeah.
Brimorrow. Big up Brimorrow. But this is a good thing that I've got set up in February with a guy who's like teaches in Leeds University. Basically, I'm going to be taking a load of fighters down there. Maybe he's like, say, like the first week of February, take 20 of the lads down. The week after, 20 different lads. And they're going to be doing like concussion testing, power and velocity testing, giving them all treatment for their injuries and things like that. But there's something massive that could happen, and hopefully just at the tip of the iceberg, it can happen. We just need to get a few things sorted out. Basically, what the target's going to be, and they've got all the equipment there to do it. I can't really say what it is, but the end result of this experiment, you can call it, is you're going to have, like, for example, when the police do a photo of someone who's been battered, and it'll be like a diagram of a face with the bruises and all that on and the damage, and like the brain damage and stuff like that. Well, basically, the end result of this experiment is going to be a picture of a boxer, a picture of an MMA fighter, and a picture of a bare knuckle fighter. And it's going to have all these 3 different, say like there's 6 in each sport. They're all going to be tracked with this equipment. In a fight, this will all be measured in a fight, actual fight. 6 fighters in each sport, and measured over an amount of times, and then they're all going to be compared, mate. And this guy who's fucking highly educated in this shit, mate, says bare knuckle will come out on top, and people will be shocked. It's more laceration.
It's superficial, the damage in
I
the
think that'll be massive, mate. I think that'll be massive for bare knuckle when they can go, look, this is why, like, it's safer than boxing and MMA.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. It's another thing.
All the results.
It's another thing that makes it look more professional, doesn't it?
Yeah. When's the documentaries out? Rick Doherty. The documentary will be out soon. It's just there's something been going on in the background. Nothing bad or serious or anything like that. But it's all sorted now, and we're going to be getting back to it early January. But yeah, everything's good, and it's coming out soon.
Excellent. I'll be doing some documentaries myself this year. I've got some commentary. Got a commentary gig lined up for a show, and I've got me ring announcing gig as well. I've got that for a show, all in the first 3 months of the year, so I'm buzzing for that.
Yeah, Cushy, mate. You do good at that ring announcing, mate. You're fucking crack.
I love it,
mate.
I love it. It's brilliant. Good crack.
It's a good night in there as well, aren't you? You're right in the mix there, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. Be if Ian Freeman's ever sick, then I'll take his spotlight.
Right, mate.
There's a reply to that as well of Lewis Francis, SPG, we were talking about before. Just saying about the crowd. I mean, there's no getting around it. There's been a bit of testosterone flying around the crowds at the shows occasionally, hasn't there? Shall we say?
Yeah,
it'd be great to cut that out.
I don't think there was ever since fucking. I don't think there's been that much, mate. To be honest, like there's been little bits of chew even now. I think there was a big one at BKFC 37 in Crystal Palace. That was a big one. But ever since then, mate, since they've sharpened up on the security and all that, I think it's fucking been cock on. You're going to get snaps, mate. The security can't be in every position at once, can they? Do you know what I mean? Like they need time to get to the situation or whatever. But yeah, whether it's I don't know, mate. It's fucking. You're going to get it everywhere, aren't you?
Big shout out, Greg Stott. Sorry, for watching from Ontario, Canada. How are you doing, pal? Carl Thompson.
Where are you seeing all these comments?
I've got Instagram on my phone, so I can see the comments that's on the Instagram. Get on it, Lou.
Right. Yeah, you dirty little
Brian
bastard.
Morrow again with another good question. It's a question that we talked about before as well on this, isn't it? It's who do you think can come through in 2024? So we said like ones to watch in 2024. For me,
who was this on?
Say again.
What was that? Sorry, who sent the question in?
It was Bri Morrow again. Brian Morrow.
Bri Morrow. Why do Bash was calling him Brie as well. It's fucking Bri, man.
It's because it's one word. It's just like Morrow. It's like, sorry, Brian. I do apologise getting your name wrong, but no. People I'm looking forward to in 2024. Connor Cook. Yeah, I reckon he poses a real big threat to that division.
Yeah.
He's put on some great performances this year. Nathan Owens, Robbie Kennedy. You know, he's now 2-0 in the BKFC, and definitely he causes a lot of issues. He's a mountain of a man. You don't realise how big he is until you see him.
Oh, mate, he is, mate. He's very, very, very good fighter as well. Good boxer, moves well. He's not shy to get stuck in. He's dangerous, mate.
Johnny Graham as well. Johnny Graham was my dark horse pick at the last show.
Yeah.
And he done it. He done a great job. I think he could go a real long way.
The reason as well, obviously, when we were putting the rankings together, he's fighting at 165 now. He was fighting at 155, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And now he's fighting at 165. That's why. But he'll be fucking flying next year, Johnny Graham. I think he'll do really well, mate. He's fucking class. Mustard, and he's good to watch as well.
Yeah. I seen that on the Fully Game podcast. Shout out the Fully Game lads. Great seeing them at the show. The last show, that it was good fun.
Yeah.
I've seen that they mentioned it on the podcast about it was an outrage that Johnny had been included in your rankings, but obviously he's changed weight classes, hasn't he? And that's the reason why.
That's what I mean, mate. And yeah, that's it really. It's the same with who else was it? It was someone else. Robbie Kennedy. That was the other one. He's moved up to...
He was heavyweight. He started at heavyweight and then he went down to...
Down to cruiserweight, yeah.
Down to cruiserweight, yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But, yeah, mate, that was the crack with that.
Lewis Keane. We done a show about Lewis Keane earlier. Was it this year, I think? It must have been earlier this year. He's got loads of potential and just young as well. Razor Ray Puttrell.
All the lads up there have fucking Rob Barry, fucking Ben Bonner. It's just fucking... It'd be good to see him more. I'd love to see him fight like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye. I know Chip Chase.
Bro.
All these lads. There's so many...
Can you just carry this podcast for 2 minutes?
Probably not, no.
The takeaway's been knocking on the door for 3 fucking hours, shoving them answer the door. 2 minutes, please.
Be cold now. It'd be cold. But there's so many good fighters coming through, I think. And these prospect shows, like we were saying earlier, it's just going to bring better quality of fighter through. People, rather than just thinking they can come off the street and do it, former MMA fighters or get our own side of things in the MMA and, former Thai boxing champions, the likes of John, who's well established in Muay Thai in the UK and around the world. But obviously Muay Thai isn't really followed much, is it? Over here. Just have a look, see if there's any more comments. Brian Morrow, the rise of Robbie Brown this year. Yeah, phenomenal. As game as they come. You just can't stop him. Let's not overlook the vacant British title need fighting for too. Absolutely, Nathan. Nice to see you, Nathan, there in the comments. Nathan, unbelievable performance against Gary Fox earlier this year. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see more UK titles get released. And like we were, the path to get to America is hard enough as it is. So if the UK lads had the UK belts to fight for, I think that'd be even better. And, give them something to fight for. Yeah, Brian Morrow, it is kind of stereotyped a little bit. And hopefully, as the sport takes off and more professionalism comes along.
It says I'm live on Instagram here, but I'm not.
All right.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right. Happy birthday for yesterday, geezer. Robbie and Bri, the fuse.
How do I get it on, man? Right, create.
Come on, Grandad, you're only 34.
Right, public. Add title. Live. Next.
Are you taking that one off then?
Copy. Oh no, I won't be able to do it, will I? But connect streams.
Well, while we're having this interval, I'd like to give a big shout out to Violent Gentleman, who supplied us with this polo shirt and now sponsor the podcast as well, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. So big shout out, Ross, Northern Irish based company, who supply t-shirts to the likes, a few fighters, Jack Draper, Danny Christie. There's a few lads rocking the old Violent Gentleman, and you can find them on Instagram, Violent Gentleman 2.0.
You're already live on Insta. Oh,
yeah.
I must be live. How do you get the comments up though?
Well, they're just on the bottom, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'm not fucking live on my phone.
Well, why not?
I don't know, mate. It's fucking weird, that like. Oh, fuck it, mate. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're already live. Yeah, I must be live on Insta. Yeah, Carl Thompson. I'm looking forward to see Carl Thompson as well. Gary Fox as well. Carl Thompson and Gary Fox, both #1 in the division.
Yeah.
I missed that there. What were you talking about as well? Robbie Brown as well, mate. It's going to be good to see him fight.
Johnny Graham saying, "Don't worry about it, lads. I know I'm #1." Big shout out, Johnny.
He'll have been filming with me, man. I was like, fuck's sake.
Like, he's going to kick your twat in next time he sees you. That was just what he's commented there. That's all. That's just what he commented. He didn't read.
Bobby Kennedy are going to do us in at the next show. Lou Fields has gone missing. But yeah, Carl Thompson's going to be a fucking hard to beat. Like, I even think Gary Fox is going to be hard to beat at 145. Mate, I'd love to see him fight Kai Stewart for the title. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a message just came through there from Luke Nevin. Shout out, Luke. It just says, "Lou's gay."
Oh, that sound that like nice one, Jeez, mate. Top man.
But how does Luke know?
Yeah, Lukey. Pretty kids, man.
Yeah, big things to come in 2024. Can't wait for it, man.
I can't, mate. It's got fucking few countries to go to beginning of the year. I'm going to Spain in February. Going to stay with Franco Tenalia. Going to be filming with him. I'm going to be going out to the BKFC Bulgaria show in March. And where else was it? Sweden in February as well. And I'm meant to be... Yeah, I'll leave that one. But, yeah, it's going to be a good start, mate, 2024. I nearly said it there.
I know.
It's going to be a fucking mint year, mate, and I'm going to hit it full throttle. I'm going to put everything into it, mate. I'm going to fucking try and get out, travel up and down the country, seeing the UK lads at least twice a week, mate, getting some footage, fucking bits of documentaries and stuff like that. And I'm just
pass you on the motorway, pal. I'll be doing the same myself.
Fucking right, mate. Well, I'll be doing fucking more, mate. All right.
Doing the same.
Fucking telling me, mate.
You can do more. I've got a full-time job.
Fucking I have, mate. I'm a full-time fucking legend of podcasting, mate. That's what my fucking job is.
Full-time gobshite.
In the wrong corner.
Oh, I don't start that one. And wrong spelt with a W, you dick.
What's Rick here? I know, spelt wrong. What's Rick's comment here? I'm waiting for Rick's comment coming through.
Cheers, Luke. Nathan 9 in the comments as well there. He put on a great show against Gary Fox. I'd love to see Nathan back in.
What did Lou vs. Ross told you?
We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Saying this is Rick Doherty's wet dream, isn't it?
Yeah, Rick Doherty's dying to see us have a fight.
Just to see me and you go at it.
Imagine the fucking offer does it on the prelims.
Lewis Francis put the same 2024 BKFC in the red corner versus the Fuse. We're going to have to do a charity match or something, mate.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I'll put fucking 12 stone on, mate, and fucking we'll be jamming.
Oh, well, I'll have to lose 12 stone to meet you there then.
What weight are you again?
Fucking massive.
Super heavyweight, mate.
I am. I'd be fighting Mick Terrell.
Would you actually be in the heavyweights?
Yeah. A bit short for a heavyweight. Tyson-esque, though.
Yeah. See the little dip in the knees and that.
That head movement.
Yeah, when we were at the hotel that night before we went to the show, when you were shadow boxing in the mirror and that.
Aye. Just getting ready for it.
Yeah, Lou, don't you think I'm quick though for my size, Lou? Don't you think I'm moving?
Surprised you didn't, Taped you to the face before you even knew what was going on.
fucking mate. We've been on this podcast 45 minutes, you know.
That's...
Should we put
Sorry,
the knockouts back on? Should we put the knockouts back on there?
Yeah, put them back on.
Yeah, tell you what. Okay, let me pause that. How mint was Morgan start? He was an underdog in this fucking thing, you know. That knockout was fucking sweet as a nut.
Yeah, he had a great start to the year.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
10 seconds. That's just knockout in the air, isn't it?
Well, either that or Blakey is. I can't remember which one, but...
And there is not
trying to explode in, puts all his weight forward, coming to hit his opponent. The problem is sometimes he's out of control and he's landing.
knockdown number 2.
It's just class. His footwork and his movements
Using pressure
unbelievable.
again from David Oscar. Trying to fire back, takes that.
He just throws bombs, doesn't he?
Left hand from Harris, Rico Franco walks through it. More big shots. Knockdown number 9.
What was it? 9 knockdowns in that fight as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
It was just unreal. We were bouncing. We wrecked that media bit we were in, didn't we? Them little short uppercuts done some damage there.
Ready for that to explode.
Big overhand right lands from David Round and another right hand. Down goes Terry Brazier for the second time.
Can't wait to see David back out again.
Big to the body, to the head goes Connor Cook. Knockdown number 2.
yeah,
He's trouble. Connor Cook
Yeah,
is trouble.
He is. Definitely is, man.
Knockdown number 5. The
Ben
third
Bonner.
of round
Unfortunately, had to pull out of his last fight with break his nose. Look forward to seeing him back. Blakey.
25 seconds, 35 seconds, Blakey.
Yeah.
Brown has recorded 3 knockdowns.
Robbie Brown's was quick as well.
Off the rear right uppercut. Off the left uppercut.
Robbie Brown's 30.
Just as game as they come, isn't he?
This toughness, and he is really taking big shots.
You could see him, Robbie Brown fighting at his own weight, mate, next year.
5 remaining round, 3 left hand.
Yeah, it'd be good to see. I'm sure as time goes on.
I think we'll see a totally different Robbie Brown, mate.
Yeah, I think as time goes on, there's going to be more weight classes added, isn't there? There has to be.
This is what Draper wants to be all day.
Right hand, and down goes Jack Draper.
You know, that should be right up there with knockout of the year. That shot.
Full body weight right there.
Sheriff. Hands high and tight. There's the left hook, and down goes Hayden Sheriff.
I'm not sure if that was a body. Parenting's doing a great job keeping those hands up. That body shot down.
Lewis King's just class as well. Great boxing.
To the body. Cunningham.
Up and down.
I'd like to see Lewis King on the ground.
Early stages of this fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great
Down
fight,
goes
that.
Rob Cunningham on the 2 right hands. In this fight, working off the double jab.
We'll make it happen.
To the inside, then back out, explodes to the inside, and that is knockdown number 2.
Yeah, mate. Some good little knockout fan. But if anybody wants to vote, it's on Lou Fuse, Facebook, comments on that video.
Yeah, good stuff.
But yeah, mate, I think we'll wrap it up because
Not bad at all. Good to see you.
You
Happy
too,
New Year
mate.
to everyone.
Yeah, all the best. Hopefully, we're doing a little New Year's special. Tomorrow, New Year's Eve, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fucking hell, it is, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
2023 finishes tomorrow.
Crazy.
What a year. What a year. I just want to take time to say, thanks to everyone that's subscribed to the channel. Massively appreciate it. It's been a brilliant year for me this year. You started doing the lives and things in March. Thank you to you as well, Lou, for everything that you've done for us. You've become a good mate and appreciate all the advice and stuff like that.
No problem.
Started in March. I've done 86 live podcasts and stuff. And like I say, next year I'll be out and about, going to see the lads and doing some documentaries myself and doing some commentating on some shows, doing the ring announcing on some shows, be getting the after fight interviews and things. I really enjoyed doing them and putting them together as well. I've still got a few of them to come out as well. So, but yeah, all the best to everyone for 2024. Hope you have a fucking brilliant year.
Sweet, mate. And same as what you said, mate. All the best to everyone. And hopefully be speaking to you tomorrow on another live. But enjoy the rest of your evening, people.
Yeah, all the best.
See you soon. Oh, just want to say as well, big shout out to RSD Transportation and Recoveries, Rick Doherty, Boyo, and Noir Boxing sponsoring the show. Big up, people! I'll see you soon.
Peace.